Hi everyone, welcome to your class. I'm so excited that you're here and that we're gonna move, breathe, and flow together. This specific class is from my online platform called hdvyoga.com, where I release 8 new classes every single week. Everything from power yoga to alignment-based vinyasa yoga to yin stretch classes to meditation and breathing classes, philosophy talks, and I even teach some Pilates and fitness classes. I really hope you enjoyed today's flow, and please be sure to leave a comment on how the class went for you and subscribe to my channel. Today's class is going to be a well-rounded, well-balanced flow that will finish within 35 minutes. So we'll move the body in all sorts of directions, we'll have our Shavasana, and we'll be all ready to go, signed, sealed, and delivered in 35 minutes. We can get a really good, nice practice in, even in shorter amounts of time. So with that, let's get started. Please come to your mat. Once you're on your mat, come right into downward facing dog pose. Tuck your toes, send your butt back and up towards the sky. Bend your right knee and let your left heel drop heavy. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then switch sides. Bend your left knee, let your right heel drop heavy. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. And straighten both legs, downward facing dog pose. Push your hands forward and down into the ground to send that butt up nice and high. Focus your eyes on one spot between your feet. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths, so it's a bit of a longer hold, but sometimes, you know what? Our body really opens up when we begin to hold positions. So 9 more breaths here. Keep pushing down through the inner hands. Keep rolling the outer shoulders back. Keep sending the tops of the thighs back and up. 8 slow, steady breaths. 7, can you take a deep inhale? Slow exhale. 6 more breaths here. Notice if you're locking out through your elbows, so just keep a little bit of a bend in your elbows so your biceps are firming, the forearms are hugging in, the tops of the thighs are going back and up. 5 more breaths. The heels are releasing towards the ground, but you're also pushing all 10 toes down. 3 more breaths. 2, keep breathing. Head is right between your arms. Eyes are focused on one place. And 1 last big breath in. Full breath out. And walk your hands all the way towards the back of your mat. Walk your hands back, back, back. Put your hands in your hips, so your thumbs are in your hip creases and the fingertips wrap around the outer butt. Bend your knees. Push the tops of your thighs down and back and lift your chest up. So you're coming into a square pose, a chair pose, or a fierce pose, Urdhvadhanarasana. With your thumbs, push the tops of your thighs down and back, and at the same time, lift your chest up. So set your booty down and back. Good, and then bring your hands together at your chest in prayer. Keep your chest proud and lifted. Look straight ahead. Can you sit a little bit lower? We're only going to take 3 more breaths. Try your best. Try not to run from it or avoid it. Just embrace it. 2 more breaths. Urdhvadhanarasana, butt down and back. Good. 1 last big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Release your head. Take your hands behind your calves so your fingertips are pointing down. Push your hands forward against the calves. Push your calves back against the hands. Try to bring your belly a little closer to your thighs. Squish yourself against your legs. Hug the arms into the midline. So squeeze those arms, the upper arms and the elbows in. And then try to press your legs out against the arms. Let your head totally drop. Let your head relax. Take 1 more big breath in. Full breath out. And release your hands all the way down to the ground. Walk your hands forward, forward, forward. And step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Catch the left wrist with the right hand and side bend to the right. Take 2 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Here, one more big breath in. And out. And inhale, come up to vertical. Get the torso more vertical, the pelvis more vertical. Squeeze your left glute. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the ground, and turn your back heel flat. And line your feet up heel to heel. Warrior 2 pose, come all the way up. Bend into your right knee. Square your chest to the left. And just look off the tip of your right middle finger. Can you go a little bit lower in the legs, getting that front thigh a little more parallel to the floor, the front low ribs pulling in. Take 4 more breaths. 3. Just really focus on your breath. 2. Keep the depth in the legs, the lift through the torso. 1 last big breath in. So good. Take your right elbow to your right knee or thigh. Left hand reaches overhead. Option to stay here, or take your right hand down to ground or block on the inside of your right foot. Keep turning your chest up. Stay with me, 5 breaths, and then we're out of here. Reach that left arm overhead, push down to the back foot. 4, turn the chest up. 3, stay anchored through that right heel. 2, the intention is for our right leg and our right glutes to really work. 2 more breaths. That's why we're keeping that front knee bent for a long time. Okay. 1 last breath in. And out. If you used a block, bring the block with you. Walk both of your hands to the left and pivot towards the back of your mat. Drop your right knee down to the ground. Now put both hands on the inside of your left foot. Option to turn your left foot out 30 or 45 degrees. Reach your left hand back and put your left hand on your sacrum. So option to stay here, or reach back with your left hand and catch your right foot for a thigh stretch. Option to stay here or come down onto your right elbow and forearm. Try to lift the right butt up to your right heel. And try to get heel to butt contact if you can. Turn the chest open. Imagine as if you're pulling the left heel back against the mat and your right knee forward. And take 1 more full inhale. Complete exhale. And release both hands down towards the ground. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a full breath into your body and a full breath out. And 2 more breaths, just like that. Push the hands forward and down. The tops of the thighs go back and up. The heels release to the floor. 1 more big inhale. Full exhale. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky. Catch your right hand with your right wrist with your left hand and side bend to the left. I know you're probably turned away from your computer screen or your phone, so just try your best to listen to me. We'll come back to the front of our mat soon. Take 1 more big breath in and out. And inhale, come back up to center, get vertical. Get vertical with the torso and the pelvis. Squeeze your right glute, take a big breath in. Let both hands come down to the ground. Lift your back knee off the floor. Turn your back heel flat so you're lining your feet up heel to heel. And then come up to Warrior 2 pose. Bend into your front knee. Square your chest to the right. Look just off the tip of your left middle finger. Can you go a little bit lower in the legs? Lift up a little taller through the torso. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. 4 more breaths, just like that. 3, stay with it. Eyes are focused. Breath is radiant and powerful. 2. One last big breath in. Breathe into the ribs and the chest. Left elbow comes down to left knee or thigh, or left hand to the ground on the inside of the foot, or your block. Reach your right arm overhead, Urdhvadhanarasana. Remember, the intention is to work our left quads. So keep the bend in your left knee. Keep pressing down through your right foot. Lift that right thigh. Turn your chest towards the ceiling. Pull the front ribs in. Take 3 more breaths here. Keep breathing. 2. Awesome job. One last big inhale. Full exhale. Well done. Bring both hands down towards the ground. Hey, walk. If you have a block with you, bring your block back to the front of your mat. Pivot to the front of your mat. Drop your left knee to the ground and put both hands on the inside of your right foot. Okay. Option to stay here, or turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Reach your right hand back and grab the left foot. If that's not available, just put your right hand on your sacrum. Bring the heel towards the bum. Turn the chest up. Option to come onto your left elbow and forearm. If it's too intense, just stay up on the hand. Can you lift the butt up to the heel? Imagine as if you're dragging the right heel back and your left knee forward against the mat. Turn the chest to the right. And take one more big inhale. Full exhale. And both hands come down towards the ground. And step back, downward dog pose. Take a big breath in downward dog. And a full breath out. Okay, this is a little bit of a weird transition, so listen. Come forward halfway to plank. So you're transitioning from downward dog to plank, but you're only going halfway. And then once you've gotten halfway there, keep your butt nice and high, so your butt's perky. So if I was looking at you, the highest point is still your butt. And then slowly begin to bend your elbows straight back towards your feet. And as you bend both elbows straight back towards your feet, can you slowly lower your elbows down towards the ground? And then push into your hands and elbows and send your bum nice and high, coming right into Dolphin Pose. If this is too intense on your shoulders, then just interlace your hands together. Make it a little easier. Keep the butt nice and high. If you can, step your feet together and lift your right leg up. Keep both hips facing down. Hold for 3. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Hold for 2. Keep pushing the elbows and forearms down. Hold for 1. Can you lift your right leg higher? And then right foot comes down. Lift your left leg up. If that's too much, just keep both feet on the ground. That's fine. If you're really struggling in this pose, totally normal. Dolphin Pose is a beast. 2 more breaths. If you need to take a break, just put your knees down. 1 last breath in. And exhale, that left foot comes down. Walk your feet right back into a forearm plank. Take a full inhale. And lower the pelvis to the ground. Reach both hands back. Lift your chest off the floor. Lift your legs off the ground. Lift your arms off the floor. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Okay, 1 more inhale. Lift the arms, lift the legs, lift the chest. Exhale, hands on the ground. Push back. Child's pose. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Come forward to all fours. Walk your hands a little more forward. And press back, downward dog. Take a big breath into your body. And a big breath out. Inhale, come forward to plank. Knees down or not, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a steady breath into your body. Full breath out. Bend both of your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands all the way up towards the sky. Big breath in, reach all the way up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up, push down through the feet. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Push down through your hands, step or jump to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Steady breath out. 2 more breaths, just like that. Keep pushing the hands forward and down. Keep driving the tops of the thighs back and up. Hey, 1 last big breath into your body. Exhale all your air, bend your knees, think of a handstand, step or jump forward. Halfway lift on your inhale. Fold forward, hinge up the hips. Exhale. Inhale, both hands all the way up towards the sky, full breath in. Exhale, hands to your chest. 1 more time, straight up, sun salute A. Inhale, both hands reach up. Hinge from the hips, fold forward, exhale. Urdhvadhanarasana, halfway lift, inhale. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Good, 1 last breath, just like that. Full exhale. Step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes, lift your heels high. Inhale, right leg lifts back and up. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky. Crescent lunge pose. Bend into your front knee. Stretch those arms up. Lengthen your back leg. You can go a little bit lower in your legs. Reach up a little higher through your arms. Focus your eyes on one spot straight in front of you. Take 3 more breaths. Good job. 2. Eyes are steady. Relax your jaw. 1 last big breath in. Exhale, hands float back, chest leans forward. Good, now shift your weight forward and slowly lift your back leg up off the ground. Can you get both hips facing down? If you're a little tired today or you need more support, you can interlace your hands and put them on your right thigh and just bend your right knee a little bit more. Okay, that's if you need more support. Otherwise, hands stay floating back, chest stays lifted, left leg straight. If you want even more challenge, reach both arms overhead. Hold for 5, stay with me. Hold for 4, breathe. Hold for 3, steady. 2, can you lift the arms, lift the leg. 1 last big breath in, lift everything up. And exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Step your left foot far back. Turn your left heel flat. Warrior 2 pose, come all the way up. Bend into your right knee. Square your chest to the left, look straight forward. Reversed warrior 2, reach back, take a full inhale. Exhale, right elbow to right knee or right hand to the ground, left arm overhead. Now you can stay here or take your left hand across your back and either hold on to your waistband or do a half bind, holding on to the right inner thigh. Or take the right arm underneath the leg and take a full bind. Keep opening your chest to the left. Hold for 3. Keep the bend in the right knee. Try to stay with me. Hold for 2. Keep breathing. Hold for 1 last breath. Good. Both hands come down towards the ground. Walk your hands over to the left. Turn to the back of your mat like you just did earlier. You're used to this. Inhale, reach both hands up. Catch your right wrist with your left hand and side bend to the left. Take a full breath into your body. Full breath out. Inhale, both hands straight up. Make your torso nice and vertical. Exhale, both hands come down towards the ground. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a full breath in downward dog. And a full breath out. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Come forward to plank pose, inhale. Knees down or not, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen carefully, step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes. Inhale, right leg lifts up to the sky again. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. I know you're still facing the back of your mat. You're doing good. Listen, drop your left knee down. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, hands together in prayer. Lean your chest forward and twist to the right, bringing your left elbow to the outside of the knee. Twist. Keep the bend in your front knee. Maybe tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the ground. Twisted lunge. Can you revolve the chest to the right? Maybe put the left hand on the ground and the right hand up to the sky. That's an option. Hold for 5. Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Keep pressing the back thigh up. Keep bending into your front knee. 2. Okay, one last big breath in. And exhale, both hands come to the ground. Walk your hands to the left. Turn to face the front of your mat. Whoa, peekaboo. We did it. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a full breath in downward dog. Full breath out. Okay, thank you for going on that journey. If you got a little confused when we turned to the back of the mat, that's okay. It's good to confuse your brain a little bit because it will actually make you smarter long term if you can, challenge your mind with changing how you move, changing your orientation in space. Lift your heels. Left leg lifts back and up. Take a big inhale. Hey, exhale, step your left foot forward right between your hands. Come all the way up, crescent lunge pose. Bend into your front knee, get those arms up, lift that back thigh. Look straight forward, take a big breath in, full breath out. 2 more breaths. You can go a little bit lower in the legs, reach up a little higher through the arms. Good, just 1 more breath, breathe. Right, hands come back, lean the torso forward. Without hopping, can you slowly shift forward and slowly lift that back leg? Keep both hips facing down. Good. Again, if you need a bit of support today, bend your left knee, interlace your hands, put them on your left thigh. Otherwise, you're going to inhale, reach both arms overhead. Keep lifting that right thigh. Keep looking down. Hold for 5. Breathe. Hold for 4. Can you lift that back leg? Keep both hips down. Lift those arms. You've got this. For 3. Stay. Hold for 2. Keep breathing. Back leg lifts. Good job. 1 last breath. Lift the arms, lift the leg. Good. Both hands down. Step your right foot far back. Turn your right heel flat. Come up, warrior 2 pose. Bend into your front knee. Square your chest to the right. Look off the tip of your left middle finger. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. Reverse warrior 2. Reach all the way back. Big breath in. Exhale. Left elbow to your left knee if you need more support today. Or left hand down to the ground on the inside of the foot. Right hand reaches overhead. Turn the chest up. Draw the front ribs in. Breathe. Slow inhale. Steady exhale. Stay here. Or take the right hand across your back for a half bind. Or take a full bind. Left arm underneath the leg. Grab onto that right hand. Hold, breathe. 3 more breaths. Keep turning the chest up. Good job. 2, breathe. Stay with me. Keep the bend in the front knee. We'll get to release that front thigh soon. Try to stay with me. 1 last breath. Peel the shoulder back. Good. Both hands to the ground. Well done. Now walk your hands to the right, and you're turning back to the back of your mat again. Drop your left knee down. That should feel nice. Reach your hands up, big inhale. Catch the left wrist with the right hand and side bend to the right. Take a steady breath in and a steady breath out. And inhale, come up to vertical. Get your torso vertical. Squeeze your left glute. Reach the arm straight up. Exhale, both hands come down towards the ground. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Take a big breath into your body and a big breath out. Come forward to plank pose, inhale. Knees down or not, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, your choice, upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Take a big breath in downward dog. Full breath out. Step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes, lift your heels high. Lift your left leg back and up, big inhale. Step your left foot all the way forward between your hands. Drop your right knee down. Reach both hands up. Hands at your chest in prayer. Lean forward with your torso just a little. Turn to the left. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up off the ground. Keep bending into your front knee. Keep pressing your back thigh up. Twist to the left. Hold for 3. Maybe take the right hand down and the left hand up. Hold for 2. Can you keep your breath steady? Keep bending to the front knee. Keep pressing the back thigh up. One last breath. Well done. Both hands come down to the ground. Pivot. Take your hands to the right, to the right, to the right. Turn to face the front of your mat. We did it. We've come full circle. Downward facing dog pose. Take a full breath in downward dog. Full breath out. And take your knees down to the ground. You have an option to take an inversion of your choice. You can choose headstand, forearm stand, or handstand. And if you're like, oh boy, all of those sound just way too crazy for me, am I in the wrong class? Then you're going to take dolphin. So just follow me. Elbows and forearms on the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the ground. Come right into dolphin, just like I'm doing. My head hovers off the ground. I'm pushing my elbows and forearms down. If you're choosing a different inversion like headstand or forearm stand or handstand, you can come into it now. Otherwise, just stay with me. And just because you can do something doesn't mean you always have to do it. And we'll take 6 more breaths wherever you are. Push your elbows and forearms down. Keep your butt nice and high. 5. If you come to a lot of my classes, you know I do a lot of dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is so good for your shoulders. 4 more breaths. It can be a really tough pose. Like if you're struggling here, you're not alone. It's a tough pose for a lot of people. 3. So if it's a little too intense, you can always come down, take a breath, take a rest. 2 more breaths can get your butt a little higher. If you're in headstand, handstand, or forearm stand, push through, push down the ground. 1 last breath. Good, and then take your knees down towards the floor wherever you are. Cross your ankles. Take your feet out in front of you and lie down onto your back. Bend your knees so your heels are close towards your bum. Hands are beside your hips. Press down into your feet, lift your pelvis up. Option to stay here or roll the shoulders under and interlace your hands together. You take a big breath in, big breath out. Good. Thighs are hip distance wide, feet are more or less parallel. 1 last breath here. And separate your hands, slowly roll your spine down to the ground. We'll do 1 more back bend. You can stay with that bridge, or you can put your hands up beside your ears for Urdhvadhanarasana. On your inhale, lift your pelvis. Option to just stay here, or come to the top of your head and push up, Urdhvadhanarasana. Wherever you are, can you take 5 breaths? 4, keep breathing. 3, keep your thighs parallel to one another. 2, push through the entirety of your feet. 1 last breath. And then very slowly roll your spine bone by bone down to the ground, whichever position you took. Take a moment to pause. And then place your right ankle on your left thigh. Option to just push the right thigh away or hug your left leg in for thread the needle. Can you take a big breath in? Steady breath out. 2 more breaths just like that. And slowly release, switch sides. Left ankle on your right thigh, gently push your left thigh away. Option to just stay there or hug your right leg in. Can you let your eyes close if that feels okay? And just take a few deep breaths here. Can you let your shoulders relax? Let the muscles in your face relax. And slowly release. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a big squeeze. And come into happy baby pose. Grab onto the outside edges of your feet. Or hold on to your ankles and shins. And now with your right hand, see if you can take your peace fingers of your right hand. So that's your middle finger and ring finger. So your middle finger and your index finger. And hook your right big toe. And then just see if you can straighten your right leg out towards the right. If you're a little tighter, you might not be able to straighten the leg, and it might be more helpful to hold your left ankle or shin rather than the foot. Okay, and then switch sides. Bend the right knee. Take your middle finger and your index finger around your left big toe, and then just see if you can straighten the left leg. And again, you might need to hold the right shin and right ankle instead of the foot. And then release. Take both knees to the right, coming into a supine twist. Look over your left shoulder. Okay, let your whole body relax. And then bring your legs back to center. Let your knees fall over towards the left. Look over your right arm. Again, can you let your whole body relax and soften? Slowly bring your legs back to center and make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose, allowing your whole body to relax against the ground. Letting your jaw relax, letting your belly relax, letting your hands and feet relax.
If you'd like to stay here a little longer, please feel free to. Otherwise, take a big breath in and out. Take your arms overhead, give your body a big stretch. Bend your knees, roll onto one side. And push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in front of your chest, palms touching. Can you thank yourself for showing up and getting your practice done today? Well done. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Hey, it's me again. I hope you enjoyed your class. And if you're wanting to do more classes with me, come join me on my online platform, hdvyoga.com, and use this special code DuncanTube. It will give you 30 days for just $1. You can cancel anytime. I have over 300 classes in the library. And like I said earlier, I release 8 new classes every single week. I'd love to see you there. And if you did enjoy this class that you just did, please be sure to leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Bye.